Welcome back to Cinema Flicks and Music Picks. I'm Davey, your host with the most, the beast with the least. Well, the least we can do today is continue on with the album series, having a look back at the albums that were and the year that was 2022. Oh, I've not been looking forward to this one, but I have. Oh, but I've not, but I am. Oh, but I really didn't want to do it, but I did. Just dropped something, I don't even know what it is. This is taking up so much of my attention. I don't know how to describe what I'm about to have to describe. Black Midi's Hellfire came out last year, and it is phenomenal, and it is wonderful, and it is absolutely bonkers. It's the third record, and the first two were bonkers-ish. They were, if you could get round Crimson and Zappa, you were okay. You know, there was enough there. Reference points. This, the only way to describe this, if you took your Crimson and Zappa and you add on Tony Bennett, Tom Waits, Sun Ra, Charlie Mingus, and who should we add in for that? Charlie Daniels from the Charlie Daniels Band, Derwin Down Georgia, because it's got some country stuff on it too, which it's got some very Charlie Daniels moments in places. Because what you need to do with your Zappa and your Sun Ra and your Charlie Daniels and your Tom Waits and your Mingus and Tony Bennett is put them in a blender, blend it all together, put in a few hallucinogens, drink it all down, and then you may be halfway towards what Black Midi sounds like. There's a good chance that the tracks that I put down below are going to make you go, and that's the correct response at first if you've never heard Black Midi. But when you've heard Black Midi and you get used to Black Midi, you'll start to go, oh, that's the good shit. That's the good shit. Oh yeah. So there is no way, unlike other albums in this series, that I'll be able to say, this track's this, that track's bluesier, this one's a little bit more mellow, here's the melody for this one, tra-la-la-la. Off you go and enjoy, because this is everything the album. It's the sound of the world's darkest circus that's ever played Vegas. If Vegas was overrun by a bunch of attention deficit disorder 20-somethings gone amok. So they're a British band, and they have connection with Black Country New Road. Sometimes they play together as Black Midi New Road, which is rather wonderful. But boy, so first of all, the Tony Bennett part that I mentioned, and it's particularly on this record, the first two is there, but particularly on this one, our vocalist is Geordie Greep. Geordie's vocals, right, first of all, they can do the Carnival Barker stuff, and they can do the Tom Waits part that I mentioned, comes from like step by step, everybody don't get, you know, right, so he does all that fast jive stuff, right, ramming off 1,000, scat, that kind of scat singing, not the type you're thinking of, you know, the step right up from Small Change by Tom Waits, step right up, everything's 10th of it all now, everything's step right up, you know, all that stuff, right? But then he can do this crooning like you've never heard it before, especially on an album that suddenly is jazz fusion. And then it becomes country for a few moments. Pedal still bound. And then, just when you least expect it, all of a sudden, it's prog now. Boom, 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 whoop. I could do like an acapella version of this album, couldn't I? And honestly, you will think I'm fucking bonkers, and you're probably right. I mean, you know, that's what my doctor says. I've got the brain medication over there, but that's fine. It's on prescription, and we get that free in Scotland. But I'll put tracks below, right? I'll put the normal. I'll put 2 tracks that I think are nice, accessible, relatively speaking, ways into this album. And I might stick a third one on to just go, yeah, but did you think I was, try this one then, try this one. But honestly, these are some of the most talented musicians working today. The UK scene is so much more vibrant to have them as a part of it. They're everything. They're pop, they're rock, they're psych, they are jazz, they're jazz fusion, they are balladeers, crooning style, everything. I mean, I was going to say Zappa-esque, because Zappa was almost a genre unto himself, and I think that's about right. It's the sound of everything. All, what's the name of that bloody movie? Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, with Michelle. Yeah, the one. Everything Everywhere All at Once should be the name of this bloody record, because that's what it is, in the best possible way. Word to the wise: don't listen if you have a headache. It will annoy you. Don't listen if you're in a bad mood. Listen when you've maybe had a couple, and you know you're interested, and you're a bit of a muso. Yeah, I can't see them appealing to the teen market or something. I'm sure they do though, because they're young, you know. But they're so musically dense. They should be appealing to an older demographic as well, who are prog rock fans and who are jazz fusion fans. But I guarantee you, the minute they hear some of the vocals, they're going to be like, "What the hell is this?" And you're going to think, "Yeah, well, that's what your parents heard when they first, or that's what your parents said when you first stuck on Zappa." When you stuck on Captain Beefheart for the first time, or the Grateful Dead for the first time. So, you know, what goes around comes around. So these guys are an evolution, not a revolution. But, by God, everything they take here, they do something fascinating with. Absolutely fascinating. There's not a boring moment, there's not a wasted moment. It's dense, it's populated. This album cover sums it up perfectly. There's not anything in here that's not just colourful, over the top, and bursting at the seams to tell you exactly what's going on. So it's literally just oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb, oh, Black Midi, bam, lamb, Black Midi had a job, bam, lamb, damn thing, that bit doesn't work. Ignore that. But yeah, easiest way to do it is stick some tracks down, because I can't describe this. I think I've done as good a job as anyone can without just playing your tracks, and I'll do that below. So, boy, if you like this, you're in for it, or you don't know it and then you do, you're in for a hell of a treat. If you do know it, you've already had your treat, and if you don't like it, I'm not fussed. I never made it. Anyway, let's get this one done under 10 for a change, yeah? Stay very safe out there, and as always, love and mercy.